Hello everyone, myself Gagandeep Kaur, student of NMIT Global Campus Auckland. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can create the virtual machine inside the virtual environment. That is my lab number 3, working with the virtual machines. Uh, we all know that virtual machines are can be any window machine or can be server and can be Linux machine. So now we have to create that machine inside our virtual environment. So first of all, we need to log in from our C# client inside our DC. So I just log in with my EXXI, and now we have to create a virtual machine in my first EXXI. So let's begin with the lab and create a new virtual machine inside the EXXI. Here I'm going to select the custom set configuration for my uh, virtual machine because I'm going to give the configuration by myself. So here we have to provide the name for our virtual machine, and we will go next. Further, we have to select the data store where we want to store our that will provide the storage for our virtual machine. So I'm going with the local EXXI and selecting the latest version. And here I'm giving the operating system Windows because I'm going to install Windows Server 2003, that is 32-bit. And for this, I need only one CPU is enough for the Windows Server 2003, and the memory size will be 1 GB, more than enough. So the NSA I see that is our adapter for the virtual machine. So I'm only giving the one network adapter, that is VM network, for my virtual machine. And here controller will be default one, and create a new virtual disk for that. So I'm giving the disk size 9 GB for the with the thin provisioning. So after that we will finish this task. Now we have to provide the ISO for the operating system. So for that, first we need to have a ISO in our data store. So I just downloaded it in my local machine, and from that I just put the ISO for the server 2003 32-bit to the S3 bucket and make it public. It will give us a URL, so I just put that URL in my NMIT Moodle. So because for in our virtual environment we have access of our NMIT Moodle, so I just open my Moodle inside the virtual environment, and I just open the link that I given in the Moodle. So when I click on that, I just downloaded the ISO in my DC, and from the DC I just put that ISO in my data store. So from here we just have to browse the data store, or here I created a new folder and given the name ISO, and from here we have to select and upload the file or folder which we want to upload to our data store from our machine. So I just given that ISO here in the data store. So now to provide the ISO, we just need to edit the setting of the virtual machine and given it to the data store ISO file. And we have ISO file in the local EXXI, and select that ISO and click OK for that, and click the connected power on. So we will now power on this virtual machine and open the console for that. So it will take some while to install the operating system. So I'm going to stop my video for that. We'll be back after that. So now our installation of the guest operating system has been installed. So as we see that mouse is performance is very slow. So to improve the performance of the mouse, we are going to install the VMware tool inside the virtual machine. So for that, we need to go to the VM, and from the guest we will install and upgrade virtual machine VMware tools. So it will open up with the wizard. So we have to select the install the VMware tools. So I'm pausing this video because it will now restart after installing the VMware tool. So I'm pausing my video and will be. So after that we will go to the settings of the virtual machine, because from here we have to deselect our ISO that we have selected to install the operating system. So from here we will select the ISO and click OK, and now we'll see that um, uh, it have a CPU usage 1.13 and memory this much, and storage is this much. And if we connect this ISO, this will be higher. That means we are working with the thin provisioning. So that was all about the installation of the virtual machine inside the virtual environment. If you understand well and like my video, please leave your comments below my video. Thank you very much for watching my video. Thank you.